Hello everyone and welcome to the Crown Royal Truck Series race number 8 here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, the QuikTrip 350. Zachary DeLello picks up his first ever pole in the Crown Royal Truck Series and his 44th start in the division. He will roll off from first for the first time in his career. Alongside him, Peter Onjak, who has had a very strong qualifying and finishing performance this season. Onj Auto, a big turnaround from last year. A turnaround, though, from last year Ryan Butcher did not want to see. His team right now 24th in points for Shade Burkhart Racing, running about where he did for his own team, Butcher Gatorade Motorsports, last season. Butcher is in a top-tier truck, one of the top 10 trucks in the grid. He's running right now 24th. He's hoping, though, that he will be able to turn this around, rolling off third today. And Alex Peters, the teammate to Zachary DeLello and Auto Club winner, he rolls off in fourth. Stephen Wallace Jr. was able to make the show and get a top 5 run in qualifying, just getting in 5th for the U.S. Bank number 27. U.S. Bank, this is their first race that they are on the truck, and Stephen Wallace Jr. looking to put on a show for them. Matty Porter rolls off in 6th. Austin Murray, his average finish the last 3 races has been 1.66. First at South Boston and second at Road America and Kentucky, both to Logan Cloud. This 88 truck is definitely part of the class of the field. He's just looking to get it all together on the big tracks. DJ Gibson rolls off 8th. Gibson's 5th in points and is the only driver, or is the first driver not within 3 points of the points lead. We'll get into that a little bit later. Anderson Reed rolls off 9th, and a great run for the Dick's Sporting Goods 41. And in 10th, the R&D truck for Butcher Gatorade Motorsports, John Dilks, a Toyota Racing Development driver, gets a shot in the 78 truck this week. He brought it into the show and will roll off in the 10th position. Diego Yepez rolls off 14th, and another R&D truck for Cloud Foster Racing Operations this time. Austin Johnson, a Mid-South Automotive driver, he's going to roll off 15th today. Logan Cloud, the last 2 races he has won, he rolls off in the 17th position. Sebastian Kukulon has taken ownership of Rockstar Energy Racing once again in the absence of Nicky Morris. Kukulon will be back on RER with this 12 team. He starts 19th. For the back, Joseph Strigley, he's had a bit of a struggling start to the beginning of this season, but he has finally made another oval race. He has made Auto Club and Road America, and now he will be here at Charlotte and Kentucky. He was at last week as well. So a great performance by Strigley. He's been making the last few races. Hopefully this team will be able to turn it around. Roger Ray in the 05, he gets his first start for Diego Yepez Incorporated this season, starting pretty far back in the 30th position, but still a pretty strong run. Brady Burkhart starts 32nd. His qualifying performance and season continues to go down the drain. Jacob Rose will be in the 7 now until Nicky Morris wants to return, but Morris has announced his immediate retirement. Jacob Rose takes over the number 7. Jay Jefferson and Carson Bowers, 2 of the guys who were in the points lead earlier on this season. Jefferson now sits 3 points behind Carson Bowers. Bowers' team failed inspection. They will roll off from the 40th position. They qualified 31st. Let's go ahead and get ready for the QuikTrip 350. We thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let's go ahead down trackside for the commands to fire the engines. 80 laps at the Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Drivers, start your engines.
Pepsi and the NSDCA have teamed up this season to bring you the Pepsi Pole Award for the fastest qualifier in all 22 Crown Royal Truck Series races this season. Today it's Zachary DeLello. With his first career pole in the Crown Royal Truck Series, he's looking to put his 3rd career win and 2nd this season for the Winn-Dixie truck. This time on a 1.5 miler, he's looking to bring Zachary Racing back to victory lane for the 3rd time this season in the Crown Royal Truck Series. With that, the engines are fired. 40 drivers rolling off for 80 laps at the QuikTrip 350. DeLello on pole, but as we roll off onto the banks, let's take a look at this point standing real quick. Carson Bowers leads by 1 point over Austin Murray and Logan Cloud, 3 points over the 48 of Jay Jefferson. Bowers and Jefferson start 48th and 38th and 40th today. Murray and Cloud both starting inside the top 15. Zachary DeLello up in front. He's 8th in points. He sits 45 back, but he's only 4 points behind the cutoff. DJ Gibson, Alex Peters, Peter Onjak, and Carter Friesen are the 4 guys that are in on points behind that group. But right now, DeLello, Downey, Porta, Perez, Irving Allison, Tim Foster, Cody Goforth, all the way back to 15th in points there. Those guys are hungry to get themselves into the chase. We are over halfway through this regular season now, as Kentucky, mid-race through Kentucky, was the halfway point of the regular season. So now these guys are in crunch time. Who's going to be able to make the chase? Who's going to be able to win races to get themselves a shot at the wild card spot? That's what a few drivers are looking at because they know they might not have the consistency to get up there into the chase otherwise. Zachary DeLello, Peter Onjak lead us down. Stephen Wallace Jr. looking for that first win. In this top 10, 9 of them have won in the NSDCA before. John Dilks, the lone driver without a win. DeLello and Onjak lead us down. It's going to be 80 laps at the QuikTrip 350. Green flag is in the air at the Charlotte Motor Speedway as they rush down into turn number 1. DeLello trying to pull away from Peter Onjak. Roar of 40 trucks as they hurry into turns 1 and 2. Ryan Butcher now looks to the inside of Peter Onjak. That's for the second spot. Stephen Wallace Jr. looking to the inside. 2 by 2 all the way down this back straightaway as they trying to stay calm down and trying to just survive these opening laps. Last season, we had a bunch of crashes here at the Crown Royal Truck Series. Stephen Wallace Jr. actually made this race in the CFRO truck. He was crashed on lap number 5. Zachary DeLello, though, now he's trying to hang on over Ryan Butcher as they head around lap number 2 here at Charlotte as we're now getting up to speed. Zachary DeLello is going to get up and scrape the wall. He comes back down. Peter Onjak is going to let him back in line. What a nice move by Peter there. As Stephen Wallace Jr. now going to throw that 27 up to the second spot, or at least try for the second spot against Zachary DeLello. Austin Murray back in 5th. Look at Anderson Reed. Look at Carter Friesen. Look at Porta just squeezing between that gap between the 45 and the 53 as they go down the front straightaway. Now Zachary DeLello, he cleared Wallace Jr. Wallace is now on the outside, and Zachary DeLello shoves it into turn number 1. He will take the lead back away from Ryan Butcher on lap number 3. Peter Onjak now to the inside of Ryan Butcher. Couple guys will be watching this race to see if they can climb through the field. There they are. Carson Bowers in the Aflac number 25, Jay Jefferson in the 48, including DJ Curtis in that 5. All of these drivers started at the back. Of course, Jefferson and Curtis, the 2 slowest on qualifying. Bowers was 31st quickest, but failed post-qualifying inspection. He's right now 37th, trying to move his way from 40th back to another top 10. Meanwhile, his teammate Peter Onjak is hounding Zachary DeLello for the race lead. Lap 4 of 80 complete as he's now down on the back bumper of that 57, heading down into turn number 3, looking for the race lead. He's going to put the nose under there, looking to get the run. DeLello on the outside, Onjak on the inside. He has some momentum off of the corner, trying to lead this lap, trying to get himself a bonus point, and he will. Onjak leads lap number 4 across the line. Now we're on to lap 5. Stephen Wallace Jr. working to the inside of Austin Murray. Carter Friesen started this race from 11th. He's already up into the 6th position. A big move for this 85 team. And Logan Cloud in that 91. You know he's going to be a force to be reckoned with now with how good that truck is and how good it's going to be the rest of this season. Cloud started this race 17th. He right now sits just outside the top 10 in the 11th position, but his old rival, Jose Perez, sits right now in 12th. One thing to talk about with Jose Perez, it's unconfirmed. There's been a bit of negativity between Perez and team owner Gatlin Downey, and it is unknown if Perez will be able to make the remainder of the season with the team. It is still up in the air. Downey wants to finish out the contract, so does Jose Perez, but a season 6 run could be in jeopardy for Jose Perez and his Crown Royal Truck Series career. Back up front, it's Peter Onjak out in front, Ryan Butcher in 2nd, Zachary DeLello 3rd. Now Carter Friesen. This is the truck that Diego Yepez won this race in last season. He's right now battling for 4th with Stephen Wallace Jr. He is up now 8 positions almost. It's about to be 7 here, actually, if he could clear Stephen Wallace Jr. That is how many points or how many spots he's gained already in this race. A great performance today by Carter Friesen. Alex Peters right on the back of him. And for a big move there. DeLello and Butcher battle for 2nd as Onjak continues to hold the race lead. Looking further back, there is Logan Cloud. There's Jose Perez, DJ Gibson up here. But look at Sebastian Kukulon and Riley Spurleytube. Of course, Kukulon now back on Rockstar Energy Racing, confirmed as he will take ownership of the team once again. He is right now inside the top 15. Of course, the beginning of the season was not good. No finishes above the top 30. He is now on a string of decent finishes at least. Has climbed his way from 49th in points to 27th the last 3 races, continuing his charge towards the front. Diego Yepez in the 77 starting to slip back a little bit. Again, he has not finished inside the top 10 in 11 races. He has not finished inside the top 10 since before Talladega last season. That was the first race he crashed out in the chase and the first race that he finished outside of the top 10 for this streak now. Yepez trying to improve that. His best finish since then was 11th last week at Kentucky, trying to keep that momentum going today. Jake Galloway all over the back of Sebastian Kukulon. Logan Cloud fighting a couple guys at the back. Now Ryan Butcher has taken the race lead. And look at Carter Friesen. This 85 is on a tear. Ford has 19 wins in the Crown Royal Truck Series. Right now they have 4 drivers inside this top 6, with a Toyota leading and a Dodge on the outside. Toyota has the second most wins with 11. Of course, that coming off of Blake Maurice, Brady Burkhart, and Aiden Burkhart mainly. But Carter Friesen now looking for second. Ford is looking for their 20th win today. What a great performance it would be for Zachary DeLello or Carter Friesen, 2 drivers who have been in the series for so long. Of course, Friesen, this is his first season on a Ford team, but Zachary DeLello has been a Ford loyalist since season number 3. DeLello on that outside trying to get the shove from Peter Onjak as they're kind of packing it up 2nd through 6th. A big run off the corner for Zachary DeLello. He will clear Carter Friesen. Further back, Austin Murray, Logan Cloud. These are the 2 trucks that we are watching this race, because once they get into clean air, they might be unstoppable except for each other. Both have fought their way inside the top 10 now as they're stuck behind that big pack of Friesen, Reed, Onjak, Stephen Wallace Jr., and others. They're going to try to make their way up as Ryan Butcher continues to lead this race, pulling away to a nice lead of 1.3 seconds. And Butcher really needs a performance like this. He sits 24th in the standings, as we addressed in the pre-race show, and it's been a struggling season for this 00 team. He is the furthest back SBR driver. Ryan Butcher sits 24th. Brady Burkhart, he missed a race earlier this season because he was suspended, and Brady's still under suspension. Kentucky last week was deemed not his fault, and instead just a racing incident, so he was not penalized for that, but they have kept his probation on for the rest of the season for Brady Burkhart. Butcher right now, he's leading this race. He's the furthest driver back in SBR points, but right now, if he can stay out in front, maybe lead the most laps even. There's a long way to go, but this could be good on his points day for Ryan Butcher. But Carter Friesen in second for Diego Yepez Incorporated. He is on the move, trying to pull away from Logan Cloud, his own driver, and Austin Murray. Those are the 2 trucks that might be able to stop him if he can get out into clean air. But from 11th to 2nd in the truck that Diego Yepez won with at this race last season, I think this 85 team might be in good hands. Carter Friesen has not won in 4 seasons since Martinsville in season number 1 of the Mountain Dew Custom Series. But right now he's up in second. He's had many good runs this season, and right now he would be your points leader as they run, as Jefferson and Bowers are pretty far back, and Murray is a couple spots behind him. Carter Friesen just trying to hang on, come out of this one with a good points finish, but a great finish, possibly a race-winning truck. Zachary DeLello sits third. He's your pole sitter, but he's still pretty strong. He won the Crown Royal 300 with him and the guy behind him, Alex Peters, being the 2 dominant drivers for Zachary Racing this season. Already 2 wins for them. Alex Peters, with his 45, had a great run at Auto Club, but was mired in a bit of controversy after Zachary DeLello complained of a tire going down on the restart. It kept the entire pack away from Alex Peters, and Peters went on to win that race. Anderson Reed in 5th for the Dick's Sporting Goods number 41. Onjato has been a roller coaster this season. If anything, Peter Onjak got that win, of course, at Mesa Marin, but Anderson Reed has done nothing but just wreck and spin until Kentucky last week. He came off of a DNQ at Road America because this team is not chartered. He is now running 5th in this race, finished 3rd at Kentucky. This looks to be the turnaround event for Anderson Reed. Jose Perez sits 6th, Wallace Jr. 7th, Murray 8th, Cloud 9th, and Porta 10th. Jake Galloway, he started this race from 21st. He's up to 11th, looking for a top 10 run early on. 17 of 80 complete, a great run for him. Looking further back, you got DJ Gibson. Peter Onjak now starting to really drop, stuck behind Riley Spurley-Tube. Looking even further back, you see DJ Curtis started this race 39th. Srigley and Fay are going to get into the wall. No caution there. He keeps it straight, but he's in the wall, and that's going to be a big cost for Maxwell Fye in the 16. There you see the guy we were coming back to look at, Jay Jefferson, right now 34th. His improvement towards the front is kind of stalled out, and Carson Bowers looks like he's fighting some traffic right now. But Maxwell Fye has gone into the wall, and now he's going to have to really bring this race back up. Ryan Butcher's opened the race lead to about 2 seconds now. 18 of 80 complete. We're going to bring you guys back to the action, and pit stops will be back shortly. But Ryan Butcher right now putting on a dominant performance in the early laps of the Quick Set 350 at Charlotte. Back live here at the QuikTrip 350 at Charlotte. Ryan Butcher out in the race lead for this Hamburger Helper 00. He started to bring the lead to about 2.6 seconds, and it stayed relatively around there. Last few laps, Carter Friesen just gained a 10th on Butcher that time by. New face into third. That's Anderson Reed, a great run, and Jose Perez has moved his way up to fourth. Zachary DeLello sits fifth, but look at sixth. Logan Cloud had the dominant performance at Kentucky and Auto Club. You can see his truck and team built for the speedways. Though Las Vegas, of course, he was about to win that race. But this 91 team, bit of a struggle at Vegas on that restart and lost it to Perez. Right now he sits sixth, not really moving too far ahead, but he has been on the hunt. 17th to 6th, that's plus 11 on the race so far. Lap 24 of 80. The pit window is around 28 to 32 laps, so that lap 30 probably the sweet spot there. That means we will see at least 2 pit stops in this race, of course, depending on how the cautions play out. Ryan Butcher out in front, but Carter Friesen is really starting to put the pedal to the metal and catch up real quick there in that number 85. He has gained almost a second the last few laps. Maybe Ryan Butcher pushing a little too hard, getting around to this final bit. Anderson Reed just lost a lot of time through 1 and 2. That's going to have Jose Perez catch up to him in that 35. As we're going through here, let's take a quick look back. There's Stephen Wallace Jr. doing a great job fighting Austin Murray and Logan Cloud so far this race. Irving Allison, Alex Benyako back there as well. But looking further back, Diego Yepez has now fallen just outside of the top 20. DJ Curtis and Carson Bowers now are getting themselves into the top 20. They are on the move. But Joseph Strigley, he was involved with Faye earlier. I think he's on pit road for some repairs. Jay Jefferson, though, sitting right now in the 30th position. Not a good start to this race. He's not really gaining too much, but Strigley still on pit road. Ryan Butcher, he opened the lead back up the last time by, but Friesen starting to reel him back in. Bit of a wider angle shot, so you can see the top 6 pretty spread out. Alex Peters and Stephen Wallace Jr. fighting a bit further back, but Ryan Butcher, 27 of 80. We're getting close to pit stops. We'll see. Caution is out. Caution is out. Who's around? It's Peter Onjak, John Dilks. These guys are flying through. No one's going to hit Peter Onjak, which is good. Strigley's back out, and just when we thought we'd see some green flag pit stops, and Ryan Butcher, his lead is going to disappear. He will lead us back around. Carter Friesen in second, so Ryan Butcher leads us back to the caution flag. Peter Onjak started second this race, started dropping back, and now him and John Dilks get together coming out of turn number 4. This, though, will mean we will see some under yellow flag pit stops. Stapleton and Fitzwater, hopefully they make it around the race leader there. And these guys are going to actually pit early, so they're allowed to come down. This will basically keep them at the back half of the grid this entire time. Hopefully they don't go a lap down to Ryan Butcher and them as they all come on in. There you see Jay Jefferson. That's a big guy we got to watch. Most likely we're at the end of a fuel run. Take your 4 tires, take your fuel, get back out there. They might actually fall a lap down here as the pace truck's going to come around now, so Jay's going to have to hope that he will get out in front of the pace truck as it paces around. But Ryan Butcher now will be the first one leading them down pit road, and he will lead them into their pit boxes. Dusty Neal, not Nicky Morris, that's Jacob Rose, but you see the big group of trucks there. Now Jay Jefferson's going to get trapped right there with the pace truck. Hopefully they will be able to go around the pace truck since they did pit a bit earlier. I would hope that the NSDCA will allow them to do that, but no, they're stuck behind it, so this might be a big group of lap trucks being right in front of the race leaders, which is not good for Jay Jefferson, good for everyone else. We'll see who the first ones will be coming out of pit road. Carter Friesen with a great pit stop. He's going to jump Ryan Butcher, and that'll be Carter Friesen to the race lead. Butcher second, Cloud third, Reed fourth. It looks like Jose Perez beats him out in fifth. Irving Allison, Jake Galloway, Alex Benyako, Brady Burkhart, and DJ Curtis. Curtis and Bowers, great pit road strategy. Going to get them out in front of multiple drivers who are ahead of them. They will be up inside the top 10 now as they run. But yeah, these guys will line up right in front of the race leaders, meaning their chances at gaining many spots are going to go down the drain without a quick caution after this. But Carter Friesen is the first driver off pit road for the race leaders. We'll go ahead, take you guys, and see what happened to bring out this caution. John Dilks, Peter Onjak spin around on the front straightaway.
The first caution here, Peter Onjak gets real tight coming out of turn 4.
pushes up into Tib Foster and spins around Diego Yepez into the back of him, and John Dilks just drives right into the side of that 44 as he was spinning. Dilks gets more damage than Peter, but Peter going up the track, just coming through turns 3 and 4, and just tries to get up in front of Tib, or his truck was getting real tight. Don't know about that one, but he does get into Foster, his teammate, and John Dilks gets piece of it. On board with Tib Foster out of the bumper cam on the second side battery is number 40. He just has nowhere to go, and Peter Onjak shoves him up the track. So, with that, we're under our first caution of the day. We'll bring you guys back to the action here in the QuikTrip 350 after this. Lights on the pace truck go out here. The QuikTrip 350. Jay Jefferson, Gatlin Downey, Logan Bradley, the 30 of Cordell Smith, Maxwell Fye, Joseph Strigley, Peter Onjak, Dusty Neal, Jacob Rose, Mark Silas, Eli Bright, Nathan Stapleton, and Zachary Fitzwater, all due to the weird circumstances with cautions. They will line up in front of race leader Carter Friesen with Ryan Butcher, Logan Cloud, Anderson Reed, and Jose Perez, the top 5. Irving Allison moves up to 6th, Jake Galloway 7th, Brady Burkhardt 8th, Alex Beniaco 9th, and Zachary DeLello 10th. Stephen Wallace Jr. 11th, but look at this. DJ Curtis is up to 12th from starting 39th, and Carson Bowers 14th from starting 40th. This driver might not have the best qualifying. He might not be able to win the races, but he is there at the end of these races, and you cannot deny the speed out of that 25 to maneuver his way through the pack. Jay Jefferson, the other driver, right now he'll be leading them down, but he is the driver that really does not want to be back here. He's 4th in points, 3 points back, but right now he'd be very far back, and especially if there's not an immediate caution, basically, after this, he might lose a lot of time to the guys like Carter Friesen, Logan Cloud, Austin Murray in this one. Friesen, though, out in front, he'll have to navigate lap traffic, but he has been navigating traffic this entire race. Jay Jefferson leads us down, but we'll keep the camera on the race leader. Green flag is back in the air. We're racing once again at Charlotte. Fitzwater and Stapleton a bit slower, it looks like, in front of him, and Ryan Butcher going to try to dive to the inside. Jay Jefferson, there's an issue on the 48. He does not get going, and there is a problem with the 48. Jay Jefferson's luck goes from bad to worse, and he is going to be losing that 4th position in points for sure, losing a lot of time, and Jefferson's slow on the apron. He'll have to pace his way back around. Further back, Ryan Butcher now uses Stapleton and Fitzwater as a pick. Now Friesen's going to drop back pretty far. These guys got to navigate a lot of lap traffic through here. Eli Bright, Stapleton, Spurleytube. No, Spurleytube's not back there. Eli Bright in that 8 is right there. Mark Silas, Jacob Rose, Cordell Smith. A lot of drivers that are slower. Jefferson is now getting himself down onto pit road. But Ryan Butcher now in front. Logan Cloud is in 2nd, and that might spell doom for these drivers here, as that truck is very, very fast. Just does not seem to have the best qualifying efforts as his finishing ones. Dusty Neal has to pull down pit road. There's an issue on the 97 possibly as well, as he pulls on down. You got Anderson Reed, Irving Allison, now Brady Burkhardt. This is dangerous. Look at that pack of 2 and 3 wide further back with Stephen Wallace Jr. in the 27. 1 truck's in it. Jake Galloway gets turned into the outside wall as they were going 3 wide. Must have been Stephen Wallace Jr. And I think Riley Spurleytube might have got a piece of that. We'll have a replay of that as soon as possible. But Ryan Butcher out in front. Anderson Reed, though, he's trying to make a move. He's going to move for 2nd and possibly for the race lead off the corner. Big run by Reed, and give him the race lead at Charlotte. Use that outside line, trying to get around all these lap trucks instead of that inside where everyone was cramped up. And now he's going to use Eli Bright as a pick, or at least try to, as Rose really slows him up. And now he got that lap led, but at what cost? Ryan Butcher's here. Look at Brady Burkhardt in that 99 now up to the 4th spot, looking for 3rd with teammates Irving Allison and Alex Beniaco. This race has been turned upside down now with everything that has gone on. But Ryan Butcher now the race leader. Now Cloud might lose some time as Brady Burkhardt's going to look to the inside of him. DJ Curtis is now inside the top 10. There you see Friesen. There's Carson Bowers as well. So this race has gone topsy-turvy real quick, but Ryan Butcher now out in front, 36 of 80. These guys came down and pit around lap 28, meaning around lap 58 to 60 will be the next pit cycle. Ryan Butcher out in front, Anderson Reed 2nd. Peter Onjak trying to hang on with some damage ahead of Ryan Butcher and Anderson Reed. Joseph Strigley, I believe, is already a lap down. Yes, he is 1 lap down. He sits right now 39th. One driver out of this one, Jay Jefferson, had a piston issue. His day done and his season going from good to bad to worse now. Downey, Phi, Bradley, Cordell Smith, Joseph Strigley, and Peter Onjak trying to hang on. It looks like Butcher's going to really catch up to that 44. And Peter wrecked off a Tim Foster. I wonder if he'll let Anderson Reed by or even try to help Reed get back up there. DJ Curtis is up to 5th, though. What a performance by this 5 team. Pit strategy gets him up to the front, and now him and Carson Bowers both inside the top 10, looking to really make those points days matter, possibly go for a win as Anderson Reed now pushed Peter Onjak ahead as he now looks for the race lead on Ryan Butcher, side by side for the race lead. And behind them, Logan Cloud is right there in that 91. Cloud looking to be the first driver in NSDCA history to win 3 in a row. Not even Diego Yepez has done that. Diego's won 2 in a row, I believe, 3 different times in the NSDCA's history. But right now, Logan Cloud up here, and here comes DJ Curtis. He's not just up here to race for points. He's up here to win. He's now looking for the 3rd spot on Logan Cloud and might be able to get him there. You see Carter Friesen in 7th. He's had to fight through guys all race long. Some of these top guys all race long. All the way back there as he's working his way under Jacob Rose. Carter Friesen, don't count him out at all. He's a very fast driver. Paul Jackson's up inside the top 10. That shakes it up as now Zachary Racing's team of Zachary DeLello and Alex Peters, both very far back at this point. But now, as you see, Ryan Butcher gets the pick from Peter Onjak. Logan Cloud's going to move into 2nd, and this looks like a rematch of Kentucky between Cloud and Reed. It was the other way around, and Cloud made short work of Reed after Reed screwed up into turn number 3. Now Cloud just going to drive to the inside of Anderson Reed. Logan wants to win 3 in a row. He wants to win here at Charlotte. There he goes, back to the race lead. Give it to Logan Cloud. Brady Burkhart now fighting with DJ Curtis back there, but Logan Cloud, your new race leader at halfway. 41 of 80 to go, 40 laps to go. Reed's going to fight back, though, using that outside line. He can make both lines work here at Charlotte. But no, he's going to have to back off. He checked up coming out of turn number 2. That's going to allow Brady Burkhart and DJ Curtis now to get up there. And Brady has not been up front since pretty much Daytona at the beginning of this season when he was a race-winning threat. He's now up in 2nd trying to chase down Logan Cloud. Back there, DJ Curtis, Irving Allison, Carter Friesen fighting. But Logan Cloud trying to set sail like he did at Kentucky. He is very strong on the speedways. At Auto Club, he had the dominant truck to beat with Diego Yepez. Now here at Charlotte, he's up front. Kentucky was pretty much his race to lose at that point. In Las Vegas, he was up front all day. But now Brady fighting with Joseph Strigley. If Strigley can just let him by, then Brady could be able to reel in that number 91, and that's what Strigley will let. Strigley will let him. It looks like he'll also let Anderson Reed get past in that 41. Further back, DJ Curtis in 4th. Ryan Butcher 5th. Irving Allison up to 6th. A great day for SBR might happen here with Alex Benyako. Where is he? Benyako sits right now 11th, as well as Cordell Smith. He is a bit slower, and he was trapped at the front end of the pack, so he's not having the best day. But SBR could see 3 trucks in the top 10. Now, Peter Onjak holding up Carson Bowers. What else will he do to his Onj Auto drivers? But Carson Bowers, 40th to 10th today. Great performance right now, and definitely going to pull away from Jay Jefferson. Austin Murray behind him is a good sign, but Logan Cloud leading these laps, not what he wants to see. Cloud now starting to pull away once again as he's opened up the lead over Brady Burkhart. Now going to try to pass this number 30 of Cordell Smith as Cloud dives it on in, tries to get to the bottom of Cordell, and it looks like Cordell will fight him, but Cloud will make short work of that number 30. 3 trucks to go. That's Maxwell Phi, Gatlin Downey, and Cloud's own truck of Logan Bradley. Battle for 3rd heating up. DJ Curtis versus Anderson Reed, and Curtis going to try to clear him. DJ, remember, this is his rookie season, but he has 2 Crown Royal Truck Series wins before this, putting him tied for 3rd on the all-time Crown Royal Truck Series win list already before his rookie season. He went 2 in a row. The Diego Yepez Incorporated number 13. That is why he is in this truck this season, and now he's showing why he should be in it. He's driven this truck from 39th on the grid to 3rd. Whatever they did over the evening to set this truck up for the race, they are on fire. Brady Burkhart, though, now starting to reel in Logan Cloud as Cordell Smith has not really let Cloud by. Looks like that SBR team kind of working together. Cordell has every right to fight Logan for this spot, though. Cordell trying to stay on the lead lap. If caution comes out, he could stay on the lead lap, loop back around, be at the back of the grid. Now you got Logan Bradley, Gatlin Downey. Now Cloud has to figure out where to go if he wants to dive to the inside of Cordell and go for Bradley. Now he's trapped in a box. Logan Bradley moves out of his way. Brady Burkhart now has to try to work around Cordell Smith. Does not have the momentum off of the corner for that. That's bringing DJ Curtis into the mix now. And Curtis, I don't think anyone would have thought DJ would have been fighting here at the end. Now you see Logan trapped in between two lap trucks, his own truck of the CFRO 94, and Cordell Smith in the 30. Now Cordell looking for a move there. I don't think he's going to be able to get it, as Brady's going to get real aggressive with the 30. Right on the back bumper, makes a move for that spot. Downey and Bradley almost got together. Here comes Brady for the race lead, right on the back of Logan Cloud. He gives up, though, really kind of checked up off of that corner. Now Cloud looking to the outside of his driver, Logan Bradley, trying to navigate this lap traffic as best as possible. Now you got DJ Curtis, Anderson Reed up here as well. They're fighting. Logan Bradley on the inside line does not get a good exit through through 3 and 4. Now Brady right there. Where does he go? Does he follow Cloud? Does he follow Bradley? Which line is going to move through this corner? And Brady actually gave up there, had to fall back. Now Cloud navigates under Downey, 2 trucks in 1 move. Now John Dilks, this will give Cloud clean air, and I think that might give him possible race win if this race goes green. That truck is so fast in clean air. Got Maxwell Fye up there trying to pull away. Looking further back, Ethan Head in the 17, right now 26th. Shout out to the Mercedes team here. One of the 2 Mercedes teams. 1 truck's in it. Not Stephen Wallace Jr. Austin Johnson and Matty Porta go around. Caution will be out. Maxwell Fye will get back on the lead lap as long as he can hang on, but heartbreak for Bradley, Downey, and Cordell Smith. They just got passed at the end. Now Brady trying to pass Bradley before this caution so he could be at least right behind Cloud, and Bradley going to fight everything tooth and nail for that. Logan Cloud will lead us back around. Burkhart will clear Logan Bradley. Curtis will not. Reed will not clear the 19. Friesen will clear the 78. Nice move there. But Logan Cloud's lead and dominance now erased as the caution comes out. 51 of 80 complete. Matty Porta and Austin Johnson, the 2 drivers getting together down in turn number 3. They're going to dip right. No, they will not come down pit road. Now, 51 of 80. We came down on 28. So we're just about at the end of another fuel run. Nearing the end of another fuel run. So most likely, the best chance is to come on down and take those tires, take the fuel now. And this should be the final pit stop. If you come down now, this should be the final pit stop of the race. There's 29 laps to go next time by as they cross the the start finish line coming down pit road. So we'll see how this goes. We'll see where the lap trucks come out in. But Logan Cloud, you see Burkhart and Curtis have fought from the back of this race. They're up front, and now Logan Cloud pretty much all alone up front. Everyone's going to come on down, take their 4 tires, take the fuel. Cloud and Faye make some contact, and Cloud misses his pit box, has to reverse into it. That might cost him some time in that 91 now, as they're going to go on to the right sides, go for 2 tires, and that's going to be a 4-tire pit stop for Cloud. We're looking up front, though, at everyone coming on in. Everyone's ducking on into pit road. Alex Peters, very far back. He's just getting in now. But as they come out, Brady Burkhart has passed for the point. DJ Curtis now second. Cloud actually loses out to to his driver Logan Bradley. Carter Friesen will be 4th. See lap trucks all up in here. Irving Allison, Paul Jackson still up here. Alex Benyako up here. Bowers hanging on. Butcher's lost some time. Roger Ray in the 05 now up front. Mark Silas making a big move. I think he's still on the lead lap. But pit stops. This should have been the final pit stops of the race. Stephen Wallace Jr. had a long time on pit road, but that should have been the final pit stops of the race. We'll see what'll happen. Brady Burkhart, hopefully he gets back on track and doesn't come back down again. We'll just watch and make sure he does do that. But everyone, 4 tires and fuel. That is the name of the game here at Charlotte. Burkhart still on the apron. Is he coming back in? Brady's coming back in. They missed something. Something's wrong on the 99. That's going to give DJ Curtis the race lead from 39th, the 40th fastest truck, the last fastest truck. Of course, again, Bowers, failed inspection, but DJ Curtis goes from last to first here in the number 5. He will lead us back most likely to the green flag. And Brady Burkhart's on pit road. They're seeing they came down and did another 2 tires. They must not have had all the lug nuts on the number 99, and that team will pretty much be out of this one. We're going to go ahead and take a quick look and see what happened to bring out this caution, second caution of the day between Matty Porta and Austin Johnson down in turn number 3. What happens here down in turn number 3? Austin Johnson looks to the inside of Matty Porta. Porta closes it off. They make contact, go into the wall, and both trucks spin. Minimal damage to the trucks, but some left and right side damage from that spin. Slowing it down here, you just see Austin Johnson drive into the rear wheel well of the Matty Porta number 20, and they just push up, but basically nowhere to go at that point. They're just linked together and going to hit the wall. They spin around. Tib Foster, Diego Yepez, Zachary Fitzwater are able to make it through, as well as the rest of the grid. They spun at the back of the grid. It's good to keep them out of damage. On board with Tib Foster, as he was right behind this one as the 98 and 20 go around on the back into turn number 3. But Johnson and Porta are going to bring out the second caution of the day here at the QuikTrip 350 at Charlotte. Lights on the pace truck have gone out as we're pacing around on lap 54 of 80. Going to go back racing with 26 laps to go. Everyone should be able to make it to the end of the fuel window. However, it depends on how much you push. The fuel window is 28 to 32 laps, but could be shorter or longer depending on how you run the end of this race. If this race goes green the entire way, could see 1 or 2 guys start running out of fuel if they're trying to push their way to the front. But the driver who's been pushing all day, and now his reward is the race lead. DJ Curtis up in front. Maxwell Fye, poor Fye, we thought he would be able to make it, but now he's going to be the one right at the tail end of the lead lap. Logan Bradley right behind Curtis with his team owner Logan Cloud in second. Third, Carter Friesen. Fourth is all the way back here with Irving Allison in fifth, Anderson Reed. Sixth is Paul Jackson. Seventh, Alex Benyako. Eighth, Jose Perez. Ninth, Ryan Butcher. 10th, Carson Bowers. DJ Curtis trying to hang on, trying to win this race. We'll see if he can do it. He's had the truck from 39th to 1st today. Here we go. Coming down the front straightaway. Green flag's in the air. Curtis is going to look to the outside of Fye as well. Cloud's going to look to the outside of Bradley. They head down into turn number 1, looking for the move around the 2 lap trucks up at the front of this field. Now Curtis on the outside. Bradley's going to be able to get around him, but here comes Carter Friesen in the 85. He's up to 3rd. DYI now 1st and 2nd, and one of the drivers with the fastest trucks today. Here he comes for the race lead around rookie teammate DJ Curtis. Curtis, of course, the rookie with 2 wins last season. Carter Friesen, the veteran who has not won in a truck. Now they lead this race ahead. Logan Cloud falling back behind Gatlin Downey and Cordell Smith. Irving Allison, Anderson Reed, Alex Benyako behind, but Curtis and Friesen are the 2 battling for this race lead as they head down into turn 1 again. Fye and Bradley go up the track. That's going to allow DJ Curtis to duck to the inside. Anderson Reed's moving that 41 to the 3rd position. Alex Benyako has the push from Paul Jackson. That moves them up the pack as well. They're trying to get around Logan Cloud. But up in front, the 2 DYI trucks of DJ Curtis and Carter Friesen. If they can clear Maxwell Fye, this could be a race to the end here, and DYI could sweep the last 2 seasons of Charlotte. Curtis now clears for the race lead. Friesen in 2nd. Curtis has the underpowered truck compared to Carter Friesen, but Curtis still knows how to drive this track and knows how fast he is. He made it from last to 1st. Carter Friesen, he started this race up in the top 10, or just outside the top 10 in 11th. He is right there in 2nd. DJ Curtis, the biggest mover of the race. Carter Friesen, the biggest driver, the fastest driver on the opening laps of the race. He is now in 2nd, and they have 3 lap trucks between them and 3rd place. Alex Benyako, as Benyako's making the move, shoved Cordell Smith out of the way, and that's going to give Alex Benyako 3rd, Reed 4th, Cloud 5th, Irving Allison 6th. 7th, Jose Perez. 8th, Paul Jackson. Austin Murray, Ryan Butcher, Zachary DeLello, and Roger Ray. Look at Ray. When he drove the 90 last week at Kentucky, he got the Kamikaze Motorsports entry, its first top 10 ever. And it's only starts this season have been made by Ray. Caution is out. There is a spin. Yellow is out on the track. Joseph Srigley and John Dilks in it. Cody Goforth. Tib Foster again. Heavy hit for Tib Foster. And his day going from bad to worse. The last few races for Tib, it's been 3 DNFs now. as that is heavy, heavy damage to the 40 truck. As we were saying, Roger Ray in this 05, he's right now 13th in this truck. He was the only driver to get a top 10 in the number 90. He has been the star driver for Kamikaze Motorsports and Trucks and a great driver for Auto Mountain Dew Custom Series. We'll go ahead and take a look and see. Just end the pause the camera right there and see if anyone will come down pit road. Again, you don't need to top off. Just under this caution, maybe flick that engine switch on and off a couple times. Matty Porter's going to bring it on in, though. He was involved in an earlier crash, so he might come down for damage repair. But you can save some fuel under this caution, which should guarantee you make it to the end. But look at this. 3 lap trucks between Benyako, Reed, Cloud, Irving, Allison to the race leaders, which are the 2 DYI drivers. We will see how this race will end. Cody Goforth, 15th in points coming into this. Tim Foster, 14th in points. Both of these drivers will DNQ, so that'll shake up that top 20 the point standings now. Matty Portis still at the back of this one. No one's coming down pit road. DYI is looking to lead this one and possibly go on to take the win. We will be racing with under 20 laps to go here at Charlotte, but let's go ahead and take a look and see what happened to bring out the 3rd caution of the day. Cody Goforth, Tim Foster, many others involved in this one.
Just like the previous incident, Joseph Strigley and Cody Goforth, they come down the back straightaway. Goforth goes for a dive, a late dive into turn number 3. They make contact, except Strigley gets hit in the back bumper. Cody Goforth and Strigley spin around, but this is where the big hit comes. Tim Foster, nowhere to go. John Dilks gets a piece of it as well. Goforth almost flips over as well as Joseph Strigley. Another angle of this is Goforth just drives into the back rear quarter panel, puts them both in the wall. They pinch into the wall and spin, but a heavy hit after that as they did not get cleared by everyone. Tim Foster and John Dilks just know where to go. On board with Tim Foster here. Bumper cam getting a lot of usage on this 40 truck today. They were spinning very far ahead of them. Tim's just trying to get to the bottom. This is the banking, makes them come down the track. But Tib, heavy damage. His day will be done. Andrado's number 40. Another horrible start to the season. Cody Goforth just ran into the back of Strigley. We'll go ahead and take a commercial break for our 3rd wreck of the evening. Cody Goforth, Joseph Strigley get spun, and John Dilks, Tim Foster pile in as well.
Lights on the pace truck have gone out. DJ Curtis leads. Carter Friesen sits in 2nd. Behind them are 3 lap trucks, Downey, Bradley, and Maxwell Fye. Then Alex Benyako, Anderson Reed, Logan Cloud, and Irving Allison. That is your top 6 with Cordell Smith a lap down. Jose Perez 7th, Paul Jackson 8th, Ryan Butcher 9th, and Austin Murray in 10th. In 11th is Zachary DeLello, 12th Roger Ray, 13th Sebastian Kukulon, 14th Bowers, and 15th Spurley Tube. 16th Alex Peters after a great start today. Mark Silas a lap down, puts Diego Yepez in 17th. Dusty Neal also a lap down, puts Ethan Head for Outside Line Sim Racing, a team on its last legs, in 18th. Eli Bright is a lap down, puts DJ Gibson in 19th. Nathan Stapleton also a lap down. Stephen Wallace Jr. sits 20th after a very strong start to this race. Jacob Rose is a lap down, so that puts Jake Galloway into 21st. 22nd being Austin Johnson. 23rd, Brady Burkhart. 24th, Matty Porta. That is your drivers on the lead lap right now here at Charlotte. The QuikTrip 350 getting ready to go back, racing with just under 20 to go. We're going to have 18 to go as they cross the line this time. DJ Curtis trying to hang on over Carter Friesen, Alex Benyako, and that group of trucks trying to get themselves up to the front and try to get themselves in a chance to win this one. They got to work around 3 lap trucks to do it. But here we go. DJ Curtis trying to lead us down. Carter Friesen in 2nd. Green flag is in the starter's hand, and it's waving. Green flag's back in the air with QuikTrip 350 at Charlotte. Curtis leads them down. Friesen not too good of a restart, but Downey had a pretty good one trying to make a move on Carter. Now Downey, he is in 2nd, but it's all fine for him to race, especially that he's 10th in points. If he can get back on the lead lap with a quick caution, he could be a driver to fight for some points. But Carter Friesen now going to look to the inside of DJ Curtis, and he's going to clear him. Friesen goes to the race lead. Give him the top spot as we come on around. Downey now on the inside of DJ Curtis. Look at Alex Benyako in this 83. He's got to the inside of Faye, cleared Faye. Now he's trying to clear Bradley. He's trying to put himself in a battle for the race win. Looking for the 2nd spot. Yellow lights are out. Caution is out again. But these guys will race back to the line. We'll see who is involved in that. Alex Benyako on the inside of DJ Curtis, side by side for the second spot as Carter Friesen's trying to lead him back. Downey trying to get that lap back, and Benyako will clear DJ Curtis. Benyako will now be second for this restart. Downey will still be in there, but Carter Friesen will lead him back across the line. And heartbreak for Sauber Racing Team. Fitzwater now crashed after Porta crashed. It's been a tough season for this team, especially this 59 team, and Fitzwater in yet another one. Jacob Rose might have got a piece of it. Ethan Head is a bit further back, so does not look like there's any damage. Maybe a bit to the back, maybe a bit bent in at the back, but the Mercedes truck still out running. Hopefully he'll be able to make the end of this race. That team cannot afford to DNF another one, but Jacob Rose pulls that 7 down pit road. Zachary Fitzwater blowing up. Carter Friesen will get back into the race lead, and we will go ahead and take a quick look and see what happened to bring out this caution of the day. Most likely this will put us just around 10 laps to go before we go back racing. But Carter Friesen, Alex Benyako, DJ Curtis, Irving Allison, and Anderson Reed will be the top 5 when we go back to green.
Fourth caution of the day, a pretty big one. Ethan Head is going to have DJ Gibson get right up to the back bumper of him. Dusty Neal's going to hit the wall and bounce off into Ethan Head. Gibson spins him across the racetrack, and Fitzwater just nowhere to go. Nicky Morris piles in. Peter Onjak nowhere to go. Brady Burkhart also gets a piece of it, but Neal just bounces off the wall. Nowhere for Ethan Head to go. He was just driving. Same for Fitzwater. He had trucks on both sides. Peter Onjak, Jacob Rose, Brady Burkhart getting a piece of it as well. So on board with Zachary Fitzwater, he was at the back of this group. Dusty Neal just going up the track, bounces off of the wall, and again, Head had nowhere to go. Outside line sim racing cannot afford to tear up many more trucks, but he's still out there. Hopefully, get a pretty good finish after this one. Fitzwater has the most damage out of this crash. Peter Onjak in another one. Ethan Head, Dusty Neal also a part of it. Go ahead and take you guys to a commercial break. Our fourth caution of the evening here at the QuikTrip 350 at Charlotte.
Lights on the pace truck have gone out. We're going to go back racing with 12 laps to go at Charlotte. Last few laps, we had a nice cleaner-ish beginning of this race. Couple cautions, but not too many big crashes until these last few attempts. This is when everyone's going to be making those moves. This is when you got to make that move for the race win. Alex Benyako sits second in that Mug 83, trying to get his first Crown Royal Truck Series victory. DJ Curtis looking for his third to put himself alone third all-time on the wins list. Carter Friesen also looking for his first career Crown Royal Truck Series victory. Irving Allison, Anderson Reed, Jose Perez, and others sit behind a couple other lap trucks. So Gatlin Downey, well, there's two ways Downey can go in this. He could try to get his lap back and try to pick up those spots if another caution comes out at the end, or he can let these guys by and let the top 3 at least race for this victory. It'll be interesting to see what Gatlin's strategy will be here. But Carter Friesen is in the race lead. Friesen, he sits right now 8th in points. He is the last driver in the point standings that would be in the chase. He is looking to win this race to get himself a possible wildcard spot and more security. Looking for his first career win. Green flags back in the air. Downey gets a great restart. He has a truck that can compete up here. But Benyako, that exposes Benyako to a possible inside line charge and possibly able to get up to Friesen. Downey throws the block on Benyako. Curtis back in third. Now Irving Allison trying to do what Alex Benyako did. He clears Logan Bradley. Now looking for a move on Maxwell Fye. Now Benyako is going to look to the inside of Gatlin Downey. This is all that stands between Benyako and a battle for the race lead. He clears Downey. Curtis is going to clear Downey. And it looks like Gatlin's trying to give them the time to battle. 10 laps to go next time by. Carter Friesen in the race lead, but Alex Benyako and DJ Curtis hot in pursuit. Fay right to the back bumper of that 5. Now you got Irving Allison. There is Anderson Reed. Logan Cloud fighting Jose Perez. We're going to look further back just to make sure at least everyone's trying to stay clean. This further back pack of slower trucks might be scary. But now, up in front, 10 to go. Carter Friesen trying to hang on over Alex Benyako. But again, you cannot count out Logan Cloud. Gatlin Downey actually into the wall. Something might have went wrong with that. But you can't count out Logan Cloud. There's still a bit of time left, and he has a very, very fast truck still. One of the best in the garage. It might be very not likely, but he's still in it. Irving Allison has now cleared. He has a straight shot at the race leaders. Now Anderson Reed trying to clear, trying to get this top 5 in a shot for the race leaders. But here comes Alex Benyako. Shade Burkhart Racing has not won with their full-time star drivers since Blake Maurice before the SBR move. Matthew Eves, of course, was full-time last season at Talladega, and here comes Benyako to the inside. But Eves was full-time at Talladega and won this race. Won the Talladega race. Caution is out once again, and this is the race. We will have another restart, but this is the race for a possible race win. Benyako on the inside, Friesen on the outside. Who is going to lead them back around? Friesen using the outside line. Benyako on the inside. It's going to be a drag race coming off of the corner, and leading him to the line, Alex Benyako in the 83. It's the 98. The 98 of Austin Johnson, the 27 of Stephen Wallace Jr., the 97 of Dusty Neal, and Cloud Foster Racing Operations has pretty much just lost all of their drivers. Brady Burkhart's in it as well. He was looking for a good finish to this one. This race started out clean, and it's now gone into chaos. But as we were saying before all that, Alex Benyako looking to get Shade Burkhart Racing their first star driver win since Matthew Eves took ownership of it. Matthew Eves, of course, won last season at Talladega, but he is in no way their star drivers, their star championship contending drivers. Alex Benyako looking to make a championship run this season, but the difference now on this restart, with most likely 3 or 4 laps to go, the top 7 is unimpeded by any lap traffic. This is going to set up for a amazing finish as long as these guys in the back stay clean. It's been the guys like 20th and back that are wrecking, not the guys up front. They're staying clean, but everyone else is just going chaos in the back. Stephen Wallace Jr. started this race in 5th. Stuff was so high hopes for this number 27 driver. He's now pretty much out of this one, and yes, he is out of that one. Brady Burkhart, heavy damage. More drivers out of this one. We'll go ahead, take a look, and see what happened to bring out yet another caution of the day. Hopefully our last one. Hopefully we'll be able to get this race done under the green flag. This crash was a multi-stage one. Austin Johnson goes 3 wide with Eli Bright. Mark Silas, they're going to make contact. Johnson spins up to the outside wall. Silas gets a little piece of it, but Dusty Neal gets a heavy hit for it. CFRO not having a good day here at Charlotte. But further up, after that, you see those 3 pinch in front. Eli Bright's going to come back down the track into DJ Gibson. Gibson hits Burkhart. They go through the grass, and Burkhart nowhere to go, just too fast, hits the inside wall, slides back up, and takes out Stephen Wallace Jr. Heartbreak for SWJ, who started 5th today at Charlotte. On board with that number 27, he was behind Stapleton and Burkhart. You're going to see the top 3 right there in that 3-wide move spin themselves out. Bright comes back down into Gibson, and watch the left of your screen. Brady Burkhart goes, hits the inside wall, comes back up into Stephen Wallace Jr. We're under caution for the 5th time today, hopefully the last time in the QuikTrip 350. I'm going to go ahead and take you guys to a quick break, bring you guys back to the action for the final few laps of the QuikTrip 350 at Charlotte. Lights on the pace truck have gone out here at the QuikTrip 350. We will go back racing with just 4 laps to go. Benyako, Friesen, Curtis, Allison, Reed, Cloud, and Perez, your top 7, unimpeded by any lap traffic. Sebastian Kukulon sits 8th, another great run after his horrible start to the season. DeLello 9th, Jackson 10th. 11th, Ryan Butcher, 12th, Austin Murray, 13th, Ray, 14th, Bowers, 15th, Peters. Yepez sits 16th, Porta 17th, Galloway 18th, Gibson 19th, and Ethan Head coming home with the top 20, looking for some upgrades there. Those are the only drivers on the lead lap. Stephen Wallace Jr., Austin Johnson, Brady Burkhart, Dusty Neal all out of this one as well. Riley Spurley, too, but gearbox issue under caution costs him the race. So 2 TSR trucks going home in the haulers. Benyako and Friesen, they battled for a couple laps beforehand. Now they got DJ Curtis, Irving Allison, Anderson Reed all up there. Out of these drivers, only 3 of this top 7 have won a Crown Royal Truck Series event. Only 1 of them in the top 5, but only the 6th and 7th drivers have won a race this season. Benyako, Friesen, Curtis, Allison, Reed, Cloud, and Perez with 2 lap trucks behind. These top 7 are going to be the ones deciding the win, but the rest of the field needs to keep it clean and green so we can finish this race. Green flag is in the air. Benyako gets the jump, but Friesen right behind him. Irving Allison all over the back of DJ Curtis. They rush into turn number 1. Allison dives to the inside. Allison looks for the move on DJ Curtis. That is for the 3rd position. Anderson Reed looking for another top 5 for Angiato. Now Allison clear into 3rd. Carter Friesen looks down the back straightaway. He's looking for the move. Jose Perez to the inside of Logan Cloud. Down into turn number 3. If a caution comes out, the race is over. Carter Friesen to the race lead, looking to win 2 in a row at Charlotte for DYI in this exact truck. Benyako and Allison, SBR 2nd and 3rd. Curtis, the DYI driver, in 4th. Anderson Reed, Jose Perez, Logan Cloud all up here as well. This is the battle for the race win. Big run by Benyako and Allison. Curtis shoving them as well. Down the back straightaway they go. Single file right now. Benyako dives to the inside. He's going to have Irving Allison pushing him. Curtis, where does he go? We are still green. Benyako's on the apron. Allison's on the apron. Allison's out of fuel. Allison and Benyako are both out of fuel. They both come down to pit. Who's going to last? Carter Friesen in the race lead. 2 laps to go at Charlotte, and both SBR trucks are out of fuel. Will anyone else run out? DYI now sits for a 1st and 2nd. Perez 3rd, Cloud 4th, and Reed 5th, but it's Carter Friesen in the race lead. Does Friesen have enough fuel? He's running a bit lower. We thought they could make it to the end, but it was right at the edge of the fuel window. Friesen hangs on out in front. The top 5 hang on. Something went amiss on those SBR drivers. No one else is coming down pit road. It's the white flag. Allison and Benyako lose it. They ran out of fuel too early. Carter Friesen in the 85. It has been 4 seasons since he went to victory lane. DJ Curtis with a run. Here comes the number 5. To the inside goes Curtis, around teammate Carter Friesen. Friesen was slow. Cloud now fighting in DJ Curtis. Another last lap pass is going to get him the victory. Curtis wins the QuikTrip 350 at Charlotte. Caution is out. The yellow lights are on. Friesen lost the momentum. Irving Allison must have got together with Jacob Rose, Mark Silas, and Eli Bright. Friesen almost had that race victory. Something went wrong off of turn 2. DJ Curtis shoots to the inside. 3rd career win. 3rd all-time on the NSDCA win list. But this is his first victory of his rookie season. DJ Curtis beats out Carter Friesen. What a move at the end. Carter Friesen comes up short yet again from his first Truck Series victory, and first in the longest winless drought in NSDCA history. Of course, it'd be between 2 wins. Sebastian Kukulon, I believe, has the longest winless drought in the NSDCA. Anyway, but DJ Curtis, what a move. What a wild last few laps. A bunch of cautions set up a remarkable finish. Alex Benyako and Irving Allison, they run out of fuel. SBR, I don't know if they were going an aggressive fuel mix, what was going on there, but they end up out of this one, and it's DJ Curtis after 80 laps. He comes home with the race victory in another very long NSDCA race. We thank you all for tuning in for so long for the 80 laps at the Charlotte QuikTrip 350. An amazing final lap move. DJ Curtis was able to get around Carter Friesen and take home the victory in what can only be described as remarkable. Logan Cloud, Jose Perez tried at the end. They just could not get around Friesen or Curtis at the right time. But DYI scores another 1-2 finish for the Fords, and DJ Curtis wins Ford's 20th race in the Crown Royal Truck Series. Congratulations to DJ Curtis and all of the Diego Yepez Incorporated crew. Even though Carter Friesen lost out in that number 77, that number 85, which was the 77, of course, last season, they cannot be upset with a 1-2 finish. As well, Diego Yepez comes home in 14th. Another great finish, another top 15 for Shepherd Racing today. Many drivers head home in shatters. Many drivers got trapped a lap down. 18 drivers only stay on the lead lap, but DJ Curtis, Carter Friesen top the charts. Congratulations to Curtis, as he will be burning it down here at Charlotte. We thank you guys so much for watching. hopefully at the Pocono doubleheader next week with 5, count 'em, 5 races coming at you from the DPDS Mountain Dew Custom Series and the 2 Crown Royal Truck Series races, as well as hopefully the beginning of the Molson Modifieds. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time on the NSDCA.